Peace be upon you, viewers. I am Farrukh Nadeem. Today I have brought you a design that is very famous and popular, as you will see. It is installed almost everywhere, as I'm also showing you in the picture here. You have seen that the Versace design and the Saatchi design are often used as borders. So first of all, let me tell you about this Versace design. It is not very difficult and there is no specific or fixed design for it anymore. People have made a lot of changes to it. A lot of effects have been added to it. Here, if you look, I'm showing you some examples of the Versace design. For example, if we look at the screen here, you can see that these are different patterns of the Versace design. There are different designs made. So if you want to create any of these designs, I will show you the basic method of how to design it and then how to repeat it to increase its length. In the same way, God willing, I will try in the next lecture to show you how these Versace designs are made in the round, like the different designs you see on the sideshow are they created. What things should we keep in mind to make it round and distribute it equally? Here you can see a great example of this look. This is a Versace design. So viewers, let's begin. One very important thing to keep in mind regarding the Versace design is that this is its basic area. This is its basic sketch, which we will keep repeating, and our design will gradually be completed. So we will move to Aspire. As soon as you come to Aspire, you can define any size here. For example, whether you want to work in inches or millimeters, I am going to set this panel here to say 500 by 300. You can set its datum position to whatever is easiest or most convenient for you. You can choose that here. I'll click OK, and after clicking OK, I will import it here. See, the easiest solution for drawing this Versace design is to set it to a specific size, like take this border to a specific size according to the size of the tool you have available. For example, if I measure it, the current size from here to here is in millimeters, because you have created the file in millimeters. So which cutter do you have, or what size do you want to keep it at? That is the size you need to maintain. What could that size be? You might be using a 3 mm cutter to prepare a 4 mm piece, or you might be using a 4 mm cutter to prepare a 5 mm piece. You have to manage your design yourself. What size do you need? So I want to place it here at this spot. So let's suppose we call it 5 mm. Right now we've taken a smaller frame. So because of that, I want to design it at 5 mm. Here we give it a starting line. Suppose I draw a straight line from here to there. Now you'll see this is our midpoint. So from the midpoint we'll go to one side and then to the other side. As we just planned, we'll make its offset 5 mm. I set it to inward at 5, but instead of 5 we'll split it, meaning 2.5 here and 2.5 there. So look, I've set it to 2.5. We are basically making a graph. I set it, then offset it outward. So this is how it's made according to our plan. I'll remove these dimensions now. After that, I need to offset every line by 5. So sorry, I'll set it to 5 here and keep it inward. So 5, then another 5 and another 5. In total, I need to make 7 graphs. So 1, 2, 3 eyes in the middle, and then similarly we make 3 on this side. So take it outward, 2 and 3 graphs are made here. And here, yes, from this spot, you can see I've drawn this line. Here we have 1 line, 2 lines, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and outside 10. So we'll offset this in the same way, 2.5 from one side, then I'll offset this line 2.5 to the other side as well. In the same way, now we'll offset it by 5 from here. I deleted the line. Let's bring it back to offset. From here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. In total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5. Look, I select this image and bring it here. Shift and bring it up to here. See, I held down shift and brought it up to here. So now the graph in front of you is set exactly as needed. So what do we need to do next? Basically, we have to draw the line in the same way here, and the straight line should pass through here. So since this line also needs to turn here and pass straight through, it should turn from here and go straight, and the next line should continue along with it. All right. Here we have taken some of its graphs on the outer side as well. Like these ones, I'm changing their layers. Move to layer 1. In the same way, I'll move this one to layer 1 too, so that our layers don't get disturbed. So since you can see a double line inside here, basically you're seeing a double line because of its center. Now we are going to make a Versace design, and we have extended this line outward. On this side, look, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 graphs. And from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, meaning the graph we are about to make is a 9 by 9 graph. Now you can apply whatever size you want to it. So now I'm going to start the design on top of this. Keep in mind, when we have to repeat this, our next design will come here. At this point here, the next design will come here. That's why I have already added a line on the outer side. So let's begin. I have taken the length of the line. See, I am taking it all the way to the outside. From here and from here, I will keep it up to here.
All right. For this, we've already selected the design layer. The red color has appeared. In the same way, I'll take the line command again and draw it from here to here. Now, you have to trace this design, else follow the graph. See, up to here, and I extended one step out so that it can match with the next design. I'll take the line again. Now, I've drawn a line from here up to here, just like before. We'll follow the graph and use object snap to come up to here. And I've placed this line from this side to here. Now, just like there's a line on top, I'll add a line at the bottom as well. From here to here, I've drawn this line. Okay. Now, I'll just turn off the image here so I can give you an idea of what we're about to do. Look, select all these lines with shift. I've selected the inner design. I copied and pasted it and moved it from here to here, placed it here, and now I'll turn off layer 1 as well. So you can see the design has been repeated. Actually, what I wanted to show you is that to repeat this design, we've already added this gap, so that when the design repeats, the gap will automatically be added here. Like you can see here, it's been added. It appears in one place here, and the sequence of the design is formed. So this is what I actually wanted to tell you. So you have to do this. Once you made this much of the design, you must export it as a DSF file so you can access it again later. I'll save this file as VROwn DSF, and after that I don't need any graph or anything else. Now just select this here, move it to one side, leave as much margin as you want. You can set that margin. The final margin can be adjusted later as well. For now, select this object, group it if you want, otherwise it's not necessary. Copy it, and here we automatically set its X value to 40 and Y value to 45. Right now we are not working on the Y side, meaning our column side will increase. There's no change in the row. So for the column side, since we need 12 here, we'll set it to 12. For the gap, keep it at 0 and copy. So look at this. Your design has now been repeated and the complete design is ready. Now it's very easy. From here, you can also mirror this design. See, I mirrored this design to the bottom side and moved it down. Here, let's take the border for the turn and I'll invert it. And look, the border for the turn has appeared. Approximately in the same place where we've placed the design, the border has appeared. You can also switch both of these to a third layer or keep them as is. Now, I've selected this area with the border. First, group it. After grouping, I held shift and selected it with this and centered it here. See, it automatically came to the center, and then I balanced it at the top as well. Do the same for the one at the bottom. Group it, select the border with shift. First align it to the bottom, then center it. Sorry, that's not the center. This one is centered. Now, we have this border here. Now, here's the question. We have to place this on all four sides. So how will the corners be made? I'm about to tell you something very important. So what will be the method for creating its corners? Look, I took this design, mirrored it over here, and then placed it here. Now, in the same way, I need to place it here and mirror it this way. Now, whether you do the design here or there, both are the same. There's no real difference. But to make them face each other, I did it like this. Because, see, this part of it is coming to the front. And directly opposite it, this part is coming. If I hadn't mirrored it, a different position would have come opposite. So the one I had saved, look, I'm importing it here as a vector. I had named the file VRON. See, I've imported it. Now I have that file again. I'm going to rotate it here by 90 degrees. See, it's rotated 90 degrees. Group it, and now I'll align it with this design. I did that, and from here I'll center it. Now look at this position here. This part is going there, and here it's coming here. So we'll discuss this later. For now, if you calculate it here, the width we get is off. Because we rotated it, it's off. I'll array it. Now since we need to go in the Y direction, our column will remain 1. Now the row will change because we need to increase it up and down. So let's go to the calculator. The width we have is 300, minus 10 margin at the top and 10 at the bottom. So minus 20. As soon as I moved it out, I grouped it with Control plus G, so we can start working on it. Now with Shift, you can easily first, I gave it alignment. After that, I centered it. So you can see that on this side, a strange situation has been created. So how do we deal with this? How are we going to solve this? The very first thing to do is to get them to the first floor. Here I took this, copied it, and did it to the right while holding Shift. I'm aligning it to this side C. It creates the same situation here as well. Now, let me tell you a very simple solution for this. The easy solution is that for these boxes here, on one side, look, I need to draw a line at the intersection. So make sure to zoom in close to the intersection to avoid any errors and take it all the way to the corner. Now, this line that we've drawn is a very important line. Please understand this, because what we're going to do with it is, I'm going to connect this line from here to this, and after connecting it, I'll bring it to this edge. Fine. Along with that, I edited the note, and now understand this line and this one that we just created, I joined them together using join. After joining, this segment was completed. Now look, these objects that are selected on this side, let's move them out. These objects are selected. Later, I selected this one. Here, I am trimming them. I am clearing the inside using trim inside. Okay. So, this side of the object is done. Now, after that, this object here now, by selecting this side of the object, we want to trim this strip, this area on this side. So, watch how a design will be created automatically. Now, see, if I want to bring this to this side, the easy way is to draw a line from here to there. First, you have to select this subject, then select this object, and using the mirror command, create a mirror copy and flip about the line. What will happen? First, select this strip, then select this object, and here in trim, clear the inside. As soon as you do this, now see, I'm moving this object out. When I placed it outside, see, it automatically created a design. Here I have demonstrated trimming in front of you, and the design was created automatically. In the same way, you have to do this work here as well. You will get a similar design here too. Now see, I pick this up and place it at this corner. See, when I mirrored it, it automatically came to this position. Now from this mirror, I select this object. Since we haven't grouped some objects from this side, when we trimmed it earlier, its grouping was lost. So I group it now, and with the group, I will trim it. Look, I selected this object, then set this object, and in trim, I cleared the inside trim. Now in the same way, I'll mirror it through a line. I took this line just like you saw before.
I started the line from this corner and placed it up to here. Select this object, then select this line, and with mirror I flipped about the line. After that, select this object. With shift, select it and use the trimming command. You will use group trim. For object trim, clear the inside. So see, as soon as you do this here, it automatically creates the design. Now, it's not necessary that the design is exactly the same, because the design is going to one side, so the designs are being created automatically. Now, I am moving this object from here. Let's bring it here. See, one corner is made here, another corner is made here. Now, coming here, I mirror it and move it to this corner. This corner, it's been moved here. Now select this object. With shift, select this object as well, and using the object trim command, clear the inner part. Then I mirror this object here. See, I've shown you all the methods for this, how you need to move the object as well. Now look, now since this object actually, here's a mistake. When we broke it here, all the objects became separate. So when you mirrored it, after mirroring, you should have grouped this object again right there. Now see, this is grouped, but everything is still separate, so do that as well. And group this object here once, so you don't have any problems with selection. So I'll do that here. I grab this object, then set the reference to group object, group turn, and placed it here in this form and dropped it at this reference. Now, since this is also in group form, select this object. Then you need to select this object. Trim, clear, and see this design has been created here. In the same way, this object will be moved. This object will be moved. Where do we need to move this object? If you want to move it to the upper corner, you can do it from here using shift as well. I've moved it here. After that, you can mirror this object. In which position do you want to place it? In this position. First, we selected this object along with it and trimmed it. As soon as I exited the dialog, I grouped it again. Now I am mirroring this object once more. This group was trimmed with its help clear. Now we don't need it anymore. So you can see these two have become almost identical, facing each other with just a slight difference. As I mentioned earlier, the design has directions. So because of those directions, there will be this difference. If you want to do it your own way, the easiest solution is to bring these designs close to each other here, align them, and you can create a separate box or anything else in this area. So I have given you the simplest way to do it. I have shown you the easiest three-step method. I'm saving it here now. I saved it as like new. Remove this line as well and see, here we have our design ready. So viewers, I hope you got a lot of information today regarding the Versace design. I hope that you'll be able to create more similar designs on your own. Please allow me to take my leave. Remember me in your prayers. Allah Hafiz.